Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be back. I haven't done a video in quite a while. I did not get to do a faith video this week. I wanted to, but I was doing something very, very important. I was babysitting. I was babysitting for one of the mamas in our home group, and she's a teacher, but she's an online teacher for like first grade. I'm like, oh my goodness, how do you do that? And she does the best she can. So she works with first graders and she has her baby at home, and I sit in the apartment while she teaches and care for the baby while she's teaching. So yeah, it's very important to support, and I absolutely adore this baby. She seems to like me quite a bit, so I am happy to do it. So sorry I didn't get a faith video up, and I'm running behind getting up weekly check-in, paycheck to paycheck. And then I usually already have June's monthly budget already done. And what other videos I'm planning to do? Definitely going to do a faith video next week and a few others. So I have like 5 or 6 videos I've got to get up within a 4-day span, just to get them up close to on time. So I have no idea what's going to happen. But today is Friday, May 28th. So we are closing out week 4 of our weekly check-in, and we're going to set up week 5. And yeah, I'm ready to roll. So let's get into this. I have this new little planning pack here from Erin Condren. I did get a massive haul from Erin Condren. I have not posted a video, but I do have a pretty long video. I haven't edited it yet on what I got from Erin Condren. And this is one of the many things that I got. These florals were my favorite, and it was just too irresistible not to get. And it was Mother's Day, and I had some cash, so I'm like, that was my Mother's Day gift to myself. So I splurged and got all the things, and I'm so excited I did. So this is one of my favorite things. This is my very first planning pack. So I think for the very first one, I think this is awesome. And has all my stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out my pens. I'm going to need, I do know I need my black pen, my red pen, because I'm over budget. And I don't think I need the slim one. And I don't need my highlighters, so I'm gonna leave that in here. If I do, I'll pull it out later. And I'm gonna put that off to the side, and we're just gonna get into this. So what I'm gonna do is kind of have this one page here and what I need to do. I'm trying to think, it's been a while since I've done one of these. Okay, so where I need to start is weekly check-in. I need to find out how much I spent for week 4, what the new balances are, and then set up week 5. Now week 5 is just the 28th to the 31st, so 28, 29, 30, 31, so it's 4 days. And it's just to finish up the month. And then I'll start June 1st in my weekly check-in for the month of June. So that's what we're gonna do there. So let's open this up to my calendar where all my transactions are. And whew, yeah, it's been a while since I've done this. I'm kind of out of practice. I have my own expense stickers that I've created for myself. In the corners, I put the highlighter color of my categories. Grocery household is pink, restaurants is blue, miscellaneous is green, purple is gasoline, and this bright blue with the yellow here is unbudgeted. And luckily I had no unbudgeted this week, so I am very happy. We're checking in on Friday the 21st to Thursday the 7th, and I get to put a no spend sticker down, so I'm really excited about that. So let me go ahead and zoom in, and so you can see this better, and we'll go from there. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So here we go. May 21st. And I'm going to switch May and June a lot when I speak because I can't keep the month straight right now. So if I do, please forgive me. But May 21st, here we're going to list out, oh, I forgot my little sticky thing. We're going to list out our different categories and come up with the totals, so I don't have to flip my notebook back and forth. I just go ahead and write it on this little Erin Condren sticky note I bought, gosh, probably 1.5 years or more ago. And we're going to start with the category grocery household, and I like starting with that because it's the first on my list and it just makes it easier to start there. So get my calculator ready. And as you can see, Friday and Saturday I had no grocery household. Coming over here to Sunday, I did go to Food Lion for $83.59. And I don't know if I said this in the last week's weekly check-in, and I may have, but I was deciding on why am I spending so much more in grocery household and why am I over budget? And I probably did talk about this. I use lidocaine patches for my back to sleep at night, and I pay cash for them. I usually get the Walmart brand, which is like less than $7 for 6 patches. And sometimes I have to get almost $10 for 6 patches, depending on who has what in stock. And so that averaged up for the entire month, probably about $85. That's why I'm over budget, because I'm buying it at a grocery store. I put it under grocery household, and that's what shot my stuff up. And I haven't gone to the doctor to get prescription filled on that, and it would be cheaper because we are a military retired family and we still go to military treatment facilities, so we don't have to pay for medication that way. Let's see, $28.43 was Walmart. So when you see these numbers, some of these this may actually just have been lidocaine patches and a couple random stuff, and I usually buy 2 or 3 boxes at a time, so that's why mine is always high as far as grocery household. And that's what I'm learning about myself. And that's why it's really good to do a weekly check-in or whatever, and kind of total up what are you doing and why is it totaling the way it is. And especially when it trends higher than you don't realize, then yeah, it's definitely worth checking into. So let's go a little bit this way. So here I have HelloFresh for $64.28. And then Food Lion again. Now, Walmart is normally where I would buy the patches. If I'm going to Food Lion, I'm not buying patches at Food Lion because they're actually $2 or $3 more. Let's see, $41.19. And this is usually snacks for home group, or it's usually, this was probably milk and eggs and things like that. And then chips for the week. My sons like chips with their sandwiches and stuff. So I just stock up on those things. And a lot of times Food Lion is a little bit pricier than Walmart for me in this area, but Walmart sells out of their stuff so fast and they can't restock fast enough, I guess. And I'm not going to go to 10 Walmarts to find everything. So I just pay the extra and go to Food Lion. I'm probably averaging $5 more. But it's a convenience and it's not crowded and it's not, I don't know, Walmarts just feel less maintained and they wear out faster. And I think it's just the volume of people that they have coming in. So anyways, that's my gripe about that. So let's total this up. I have $83.59 plus $28.43 plus $64.28 plus $41.19. All right, that was $217.49 in grocery household. And so we're going to do the next thing, which is restaurants, which we've done really good this month. We have not gone too overboard out to eat, and I think we've done really well. So we always start off with Papa John's. We get pizza every Friday evening, whether it's just for our boys or for the whole family. And obviously this is for the whole family. And then Arby's. You know what I didn't do? I didn't check off the groceries. There we go. I'm trying to remember to do check marks. Okay, so $42.97. That was pizza, wings, and sticks, and all the stuff. Arby's was $20.94. My husband and I got lunch that afternoon, and then we got Chinese on Saturday night. And it's usually Chinese where we buy it. It's enough for that night, and then we save half of it and reheat it the next day. So that was $30.65, and that's a $5 tip included. So, but it's a lot of food. And I think my husband wants Chinese again today, so I'm like, oh, okay. So we'll see what dinner looks like tonight. Let's see. Chick-fil-A. I did not have time to cook. This was a busy Tuesday home group night, and I told my husband, yeah, we are going to pick up something, so we ran to Chick-fil-A. $34.97. And then we had Taco Bell for lunch. $17.70. There we go. So now let's go ahead and total this up. $42.97, $20.94, $30, $65, $34, $97, and $17.70. All right, so we spent $147.23, right on the penny. And then let's go back and check off all the blue. There we go. And we are left with our miscellaneous. And I have really cut back on miscellaneous. I used to spend it to the max and all that, and I've really cut back recently. So $59.18 Amazon. I can't remember what we got. I usually make a note of it. Let me see if I have it back here in my logs. Miscellaneous on the 21st. Oh, okay. I bought a shirt, and I also bought for my chair that you probably hear squeaking from time to time, one of those cushions for office chairs, and it had the back support and the cushion. So I used that. I bought that. I've been needing that for a while. I have sciatic nerve pain, so I have to find what works, and this has been working very, very well. Dick's Sporting Goods. Bought my son a pair of shoes finally, and he's very happy with them. They're bright, they're colorful, and that's his favorite thing. Orange, blue, you know, the neon colors. He loves them. And then Etsy Digital. I finally settled on a July digital product, that background that I am excited to show you for my budget sheets. And then I'll be making cash envelopes with them. And I'm really excited about that because, 4th of July is my favorite time of year, one of many. So yeah, I can't wait to show you because it took me a while. I struggled trying to find something that wasn't oversaturated in ink, but at the same time, really, really pretty, and I'm just thrilled with it. So let's see, total this up, 59.18 plus 71.53 plus 4.62. I don't know why I said it that way. All right, that gives us $135.33 spent. Gas, we had one transaction. As my husband got gas for his Jeep at Wawa, right down the street from here, and that was $37.40. And mine will be getting some soon, but not during this month. So, and no unbudgeted, which I'm very happy about. Okay, so everything has been checked off. We are doing good. And that is our totals for our categories. So let's flip the page. Sorry about that. And go ahead. Actually, I'm going to pop this page out. Oops, and pop this page out. All right, close this up because my notebook is just big and bulky and in the way, and I don't feel like dealing with it right now. So I am moving this out of the way. And I am going to go ahead and put my weekly check-in right here. So there it is at the top. And you can see the kind of the trend. I was overspending a little bit. Paycheck 1 covered week 1 and week 2. Paycheck 2 covered week 3 and week 4. And paycheck 3 will cover paycheck 5, or week 5. That was a mouthful. So sorry, can't talk today. So here we go. I am going to put these totals in under the categories so that you know. Grocery household here, we did $17.49. Restaurants, we did $147.23. Miscellaneous here, we did $135.33, and gas we did $37.40. There we go. All right, and we did nothing here and nothing there. So let's see what I had left over out of the $716 and some change, 23 cents for our budget. Did I spend all the budget? No. Did I go over in a category? Yes. So first we're going to go across, and then we'll do all the way down. So across, and get my calculator here on screen, I've got 127.55 minus the 217.49. And I'm debating next month whether I'm going to need to bump up how much we spend or not, because my husband actually is going to be traveling on business and he will not be home. So we'll see if I need all of this. So here we go. I'm just going to kind of do this. Negative 89.94. So that is my one over budget for the week of week 4. I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit too. So yeah, we keep going over in grocery household, which I don't mind too much, but now that I know why, it's like, okay, do I bump it up or not? But then my husband's traveling and he's not gonna be home for several weeks. And I'm like, well, maybe I don't have to next month. So we'll see what I decide. I think I'm going to stick with my typical $1,000 for the month and just divide it and see how it goes. But if I start looking like it's going over, I might add to it. Haven't decided yet. Next thing we have is $199 is what I have budget for restaurants, and we only spent $147.23. So that left us with $52.06, which is a nice chunk of change there. Now, if I was doing a challenge, which I don't do challenges or anything like that, but if I was doing a challenge and each week I wanted to save what was left over, this is a great way to find out how much do I save for when, like a weekly challenge at the end of the week, out of my spending categories that I didn't have to spend. If your spending is very regular in how you spend your money for groceries or restaurants and stuff like that, and you're looking for areas to save, but you don't have a lot of room in your budget and you just didn't go out to eat that week, this is a good way of finding a little extra cash to put towards something you want to save for the future. So yeah, definitely. Or throw a snowball debt payment. So that's a great way. I mean, $52, that's pretty good. I roll mine over because I know by the end of the month I'll end up spending all that. But sometimes I don't, and that's what ends up being my buffer, my checking account, and that's what I use it for. Let's see here. $231.31 miscellaneous minus the $135.33. And that gives me a whopping $95.98. That is awesome. Again, if you use this as a savings tool, whew, that would have been a great like day trip or something, just to drive somewhere and come back and, you know, had some extra cash in your pocket. That would be a great little mini vacation for the day kind of thing. So that would be really cool. Gasoline, we just still haven't been driving. That's going to change next week though. My husband next week has to go back and forth where he normally works, so he'll be spending more in gas. And then he's going to be gone. So then he won't be spending as much in gas. So we'll see how it happens. Let's see. Gasoline, we had $120.68 left over. And I'm glad I still budgeted under the numbers we had before the pandemic, because Virginia is the state we live in, and the masks, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask, fully vaccinated. And if you, and I think tonight by midnight, we are going to be fully open for like restaurants and things like that. You don't have to be so far apart and things in restaurants and stuff. So these things will be changing, and a little bit of normalcy is beginning to happen. So yeah, I think things are going to be changing. I'm going to need that gas money starting in the next few months, because we are opening up and people are going back to their offices and back to wherever, so they can work and connect again. So yeah, that's what's going on there. So here we go. What did we spend in total? $217.49 plus $147.23 plus $135.33 plus $37.40. All right, so that was $5.37. Oh, $537.45. That is excellent, because that means I saved quite a bit from this budgeted amount for all of these categories in the week 4. And I needed to save as much as I could to go into week 5, so I wouldn't have to use June's money for the month, or for the days, the last few days of May. I told you I was going to mess that up. So I'm going to total this column up here, 120, 68. I'm going to start with the positive numbers and go to the negative. So 95, 98 plus 5206 minus 89, 94. So that left $178.78, which is awesome. So this is actually going to be my total budget for week 5. And what I had decided to do, originally I had a 4-week month, and then I changed it last minute. What I decided to do was to go ahead, I'm kind of getting my paper ready over here, wanted to go ahead and whatever was left over in week 4 was going to be the amounts I used in week 5, and I was just going to keep tracking until the new month. So here is my weekly check-in with the week 5. And we're just going to put our balances in, and then I'll close this out later this month after June starts. So I do have to carry the negative over, so I know exactly how much I spent in grocery household. So I'm going to carry that negative 89.94 just in case I buy anything grocery. I want to make sure I have how much total I was exact on what we spent in groceries for the month. And I'll definitely have to go to the grocery store because I'm down to 1.5 gallons of milk. And if you know anything about my family, that is hitting critical milk supply. So I go through 6 gallons of milk a week. I mean, we just drink a lot of milk in this house as a family of 4. And the young men in my house love it. I love it. So my husband's not so fond on it, but everybody else is. So that's that. I'm carrying over, and I'll see if I get those sheets on. I'm just carrying these balances over because I didn't create, as you can see down here, I created week 4, but no week 5. And I thought about adding extra to the budget here, and I changed my mind. So I'm going to cross that out and just make a note that that tells me I didn't actually do that. I just balanced forward anything I needed from week 4 to week 5. And that's what I was hoping for, because it's only 4 days. It is Memorial Day weekend though. And so, and I completely forgot it was Memorial Day weekend. So, sorry, it's taking me a minute to get all this lined up. There we go. And so I bet you the grocery stores are pretty much empty. As long as they have milk, I think we'll be fine. 5206, 95. I'm just going down here. 98 and carrying these balances over, 120.68, and then 0 here, and that's not going to be counted, and then 178.78. So this is all I have for 4 days, which is going to be plenty. Regardless of what category I use it for, this is available. Now, my husband did get paid today on the 28th. This was to close out the 27th here and then begin the 28th. So this was what's left over from paycheck 2. Paycheck 3 is all dedicated to expenses, and you will see that in my paycheck to paycheck video coming up next. So make sure you check that video out when it comes out. And this is set up to close out the month. So this is what I have left for the 28th through the 31st. And yeah, that is my weekly check-in. So I'm going to zoom back out and get my notebook set back together, and I will close out this video. Okay, so that's my weekly check-in. That was all I have for you. I think things turned out pretty good. I stayed pretty good in budget for the total because I still have money left over for the last 4 days, but not for the categories. So, and I'm okay with that. That's okay. And I realized why I'm not, because I may not be budgeting enough a month. So things have changed a little bit. I've added something else I'm purchasing that's not in my past history, and they're kind of expensive. And so, yeah, I have to start rethinking that game plan or stick with it. I don't know. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like more content like weekly check-ins, paycheck to paycheck, sinking funds, savings trackers, and all those things, check out the rest of my videos and subscribe to my channel, and you'll get to see more of that. I hope you have an amazing and blessed day and a good Memorial Day weekend. Bye.